Nothing like fresh herbs. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's off to a great productive day. I don't know if everybody else's weather is like our weather down here in North Carolina in Growth Zone AA, but the last couple of days has been thunderstorming and pouring down raining. It's supposed to do that again today, but it's been doing wonders for the garden, all that rainwater. So I have been able to harvest some basil and got that dehydrated and got that ready for seasoning. I was able to do some mint yesterday, some peppermint, and now I'm about to do some lemon balm. And I don't know if you ever smelled fresh lemon balm, but man, it smells great. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this dehydrated too. Okay, so once I bring my herbs in, then I go ahead and put them in the sink. I usually use my outdoor wash station, but I don't have it hooked up. I don't have the hose and stuff hooked up right now, so I'm using my kitchen. But I run some water, put it in there, shake it around, you know, to try to get it as clean as possible. Then I take it over to my dehydrator and put it in there and let it slowly dehydrate. So once I have my herbs cleaned up, I just place them on a napkin. Then I put them into my dehydrator right here. And then I get them vacuum sealed into containers. I label them and I vacuum seal them using my food saver and my different food saver vacuum seal tops. And they will last up to a year once you dehydrate them and get them ready to go. I just store them in the pantry. But like I say, until we use it, it's vacuum sealed. And once we use it, pop the top and then just screw the top back on. But it's good for a year. So another way you're saving money, growing your own herbs, and then you can make your own fresh teas and your own fresh seasonings. All right, y'all, so y'all can see how fresh this lemon balm is. And what I found, what works best for me doing it, I put the whole entire stem in the dehydrator on the trays. And once it's dried out, the stem will be dry, and then I can place everything into a sandwich bag and just smash it together, and the stems stay whole and I can pick them out, but all the herbs break down and end up looking like how this peppermint look. So I find that works best for me, so that's how I'm gonna stick with, you know, what works for me. What y'all do maybe do a little different, but I found that this works for me. And for those who want to know, I am using the Food Saver machine with the Food Saver attachments, and that is the name of the dehydrator. I do not really know what that name is, but whatever that says, that's the dehydrator I'm using. All right, y'all, so I also been able to harvest other stuff out of the garden as well. Hey girls, I'll move y'all in just a minute. Let y'all out and move y'all. But I have been able to harvest some romaine lettuce out of the garden and some kale out of the garden. But I'm gonna take you over here and show you some of my other stuff that's starting to take off. So everything down here originally was everything that vines out, but I put a few tomato plants, pepper plants over here, and just to hopefully attract different insects and stuff to pollinate my stuff. So anyway, but we have a tomato plant right here, and as you can see, I already have some tomatoes growing on it. Then we have a collard right there. We have a pepper plant. And the watermelons I did this growing season is Crimson Sweet and Leader Monster. And it'll be one of these watermelons that I will enter into the Watermelon Wars competition. And for those who don't know about the hashtag Watermelon Wars competition, it's a fellow YouTuber, Broke Farmer, started up a friendly competition called Watermelon Wars, hashtag Watermelon Wars, where a lot of YouTube gardeners is gonna see who can grow the biggest watermelon for 2023. So some people grow in the ground, some people grow in containers. I personally grow in containers. Long story for those who are new to the channel as to why I grow in containers only, but I do have one watermelon that has started to grow already, as you can see. So I do have a melon that's already starting to take off, and everything else is starting to do pretty good. And like I said, these thunderstorms have been helping out a lot with the garden. Everything is starting to thrive and take off. One thing I know I would definitely do different, I did grow a big container of one, but my herbs, with all of my herbs, I just have these small pots here, which I can harvest some, then I let them grow back up. Like I already harvested some dill, I already harvested cilantro, just did the lemon balm right here today, did the peppermint yesterday. But with all my herbs, I'm gonna start doing bigger containers. So like this right here is a big container of basil. I don't know where that came from, but this right here is a big container of basil. And I'm gonna start doing all my herbs in big containers like that. That way I harvest enough to be able to dehydrate and fill up a whole jar. So that is something that I would definitely do different. As far as the insects, every day I've been getting out here checking and haven't been really seeing nothing on my cabbages or anything. And y'all, you see my spinach right there. It's going to seed, but we're gonna go ahead and let that go to seed. But as you see, the cabbage leaves are looking real nice. So it's trying to form a little ball in there. What I wanted to show y'all, this right here and this right here are potatoes. I don't know how these little potatoes stayed in there, but as you can see part of the potato hanging out. So I'm just gonna let it grow. This right here is my celery that's growing up, but we're just gonna leave it all in there and let it do what it's gonna do. Asparagus is going to seed. My iceberg lettuce is finally starting to come up. I want to give a big thank you to everybody who came and was telling me to plant different herbs and onions and garlic in random spots around the garden to help deter different insects. So I have been doing that, and as you can see, I do got some herbs. Well, they're starting to pop up where I planted different herbs like around the cabbages and stuff, and did some more onions and garlic in random spots. So I end up harvesting my garlic out of here, which it didn't do great, but let me just go over here and show y'all. It didn't do good at all, but I'll show you what I got going on. I don't feel like walking in there, but I just got it hanging up, drying, if y'all can see that. But they're not the biggest, but I'm still gonna dry them out and make some garlic powder with them. But other than that, everything is doing pretty good. I have 2 peaches that are holding on for dear life. It's a few on this, on the peach tree right here, if y'all can see that up there. But 2 on the fruit cocktail tree are trying to hold on for dear life. So we're gonna see if they're gonna be okay to harvest. But for those who've been following the channel know the plum curculio pretty much ravaged all my peaches, all my plums off the trees, off my fruit trees. So as you see, my raspberries, I keep calling them raspberries because they're red. These are blackberries, but they're starting to turn. But as you can see, my blackberries are doing good. This will be the first time I'm harvesting blackberries, and we have tons of them. And this will be the first time harvesting blueberries. And as you can see, there's tons of blueberries on the blueberry plant. But y'all, hopefully everybody's garden is doing good, and everybody's starting to harvest out of their garden. But for those who watch homesteading channels, gardening channels, I apologize for the wind, but like I said, for those who watch homesteading channels, gardening channels, and you don't grow a garden, I encourage you to get out and grow a garden and grow your own food. It's nothing like fresh herbs and fresh fruit and vegetables right out the garden. It is a different taste. Anybody who garden can tell you it is a different taste than when you get it from the stores. So we're gonna go ahead and get this video ended. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all and show y'all what I got going on in the garden. Oh yeah, well, I got you out here. A couple of apples on the apple tree are doing good. But then again, I have several apples that done fell on the ground, like over here. But do have a few that are trying to hold on. So we may get a few apples this season here. It just all depends.